Evening. Nobody there yet. Not that I can see anyway. D to the D. YouTube. Nope. Mr. Newman. Good evening, sir. How are you? I just thought I'd sort my tablet out so I had two streams going. Oh, 5 people here. According to that screen. Who else have we got? Craig Whale, Davey, good evening fellas, how are you doing? How's the audio and video? Okay. Scott, you give it out, mate. So if you're going to give, you've got to take. You should know that. Thanks, Craig. Nice to not rely on somebody. Seven people. Come on, folks. Don't be shy. Speak up. Say hello. Fat fingers. Small keyboard. Right. Before we go any further, there's a gentleman who supports the channel called Mark Davis. Mark buys me coffee. He has bought me coffee. I eat coffee beans and coffees in the past, and others have supported the channel by buying me coffee. To those of you who have done, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. I was sat in the house yesterday watching Scotland beat England. Scotland played well, they deserved to win, and DHL man pulled up outside, and I thought, he's got a bottle, just I could tell by the box. Even Mr. Card, how are you, sir? And he did have a box with a bottle in it, a bottle of Glendronach 15-year-old Revival, which Mark sent across. Mark, thank you very much. It's 15-year-old, it's a sherry cask whiskey, as you can tell by the colour. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm just about to. Scott's happy Dave now. He's got a friend here that won't pick on him, called Dave. Dave, can I be your friend? Nobody else likes me. So, whole measure. Certainly is, mate. That's a whole measure. 46% proof. That'll kill the cold. Certainly won't cure it. So a few weeks back, the razor company do a live shave and blather and shite on a Saturday, and every so often they pick out names for a gift voucher. and I was lucky enough to win one. So I got a few soaps sent across. I was had to pay for shipping. So that's what we're using tonight. Heritage Hill Midnight Ride, which is based on Creed Santal. I do have the scent notes written down in the bedroom. Not going for them. Can't be bothered. It's a 3-ounce tub, so it's quite a good size really for travel and general use. It's tallow based soap with a few butters and stuffs in it. Alexa of Beelzebub, have a cup of tea. Have an Earl Grey, Dave, or is it too late in the day for Earl Grey? As a non-tea drinker, I wouldn't really know. So that's what we're using tonight. Taking your fingers out the way, you dickhead. Midnight Ride. You never know, if we're lucky, we might even get one. Not going to happen. From Heritage Hill. So the brush is a Simfix that I re-knotted with a Simbad knot in it. It had a Simfix knot in it, which was shite. So that got steamed out and this got fitted. 24mm Sinbad from AP Shave Company. And it got used a wee while back when I shaved my head before I turned the camera on. Well, Google Dave, thanks very much. I'm pleased yours works. Yeah, Orange Tree Absolute. What was the one that got me? Benzoin Siam. What the fuck is that? Your age, Dave, Calomel at this time of day could be a good call. Just to calm things down for the day as we progress into the evening. So that's the brush for tonight. Another sip of whiskey. Mark, thank you. Fucking better than shaving sample, isn't it? The razor is going vintage today. I haven't used a vintage razor for a while. I'm going with the Gillette Rocket HD 500. So that's my 500. There are many like it, but this one's mine. So it's a twist to open Gillette from 1953. So it's 70 years old. There we go. Got a bit of enthusiasm tonight. Didn't have any the other day. Couldn't really be asked. So it's a TTO, twist to open Gillette, British made, and not this razor, but this model of razor was what I taught to shave with. Newman, you've got more neck than a giraffe. What are shaving samples? Those things you can't close the drawer for, you tight. Even Lewis, how are you, mate? The blade is, do you give nicknames to your razors? No, I wouldn't remember them. There's too many, and I'll be like, what's this one called? No, it's the Gillette Rocket HD 500. The blade, I think Scott sent me this one, which is unlike Newman because he's tighter than that's chuff. Dave, you don't want to see Scott's videos. It's a Ladas blade. I've never used one before, super stainless. And let's face it, Dave, haven't seen one of his test videos. He's got a face for radio. Mark Davis, good evening, sir, and thank you very much. Cheers. If you go back and watch the rewind, you'll see that we are drinking a Glendronach 15-year-old revival. I don't know if you've seen it, Mark, but it's a very, I don't give a shit how long this goes on for tonight. Very dark sherry cask whiskey, as you can tell by the colour of it. Having spent a few years in 2 different types of sherry cask. Put him on radio. Dave, don't big him up. We have enough trouble in the... Stephen, good evening to you, sir. And Mark, it's very nice. Thank you very much. It was unexpected and greatly appreciated. For anybody that's just got here, the soap we're using tonight is Midnight Ride from Heritage Hill, which is a take on Creed Santal, using a synthetic Simfix, which I re-knotted with a Simbad knot in it. 24mm, can go in the water. And the razor is a Gillette Rocket HD 500. And the blade, which I think it was Scott that sent it, was a Ladas, or it might have been Craig, I can't remember which. Oh, Scott's got 2 friends now. He's got Stephen and Dave. Hello Stephen, can I be your friend? So there's the DAS, as you can see. It's written in English on that side, and it's written in acrylic on that side. It wasn't me. I'll send you a sample of it, mate. So there's the blade loaded, and we'll just turn the doors down. It was me, I wanted it back. I'll send you a sample, Scott. I'll cut some of it out and put it in the post and send it back. Uncleaned and full of hair and unworthy. So has anybody used this soap? Just for... I've still got a head full of cold, so I'm not really getting a... If Scott sent it, it probably came from Craig originally. That's quite funny. True, but quite funny. So I have used Heritage Hill before, the sample of the Patriot soap a while back. So here we go. So I'll give the brush a shake. Got to get your priorities right in life, haven't you? And we'll get loaded up. 13 minutes and the brush is just hitting the soap. That's what some of the comments will be. So 3 ounce, I quite like the idea of these because you're going to get through more so if it's an American soap, they tend to be on there. It's a firm croap, a very firm croap. It's not a solid soap. It's nowhere near in Martin de Candre hardness scales. But as a tub size, I can see it being pretty useful in 3 ounces. Here you need less storage space, so you can get more tubs in. What's wrong with that one for a wet shaver? So they're getting 20 soaps in the drawer. You'll get 30, because the tubs are a bit smaller. So basically the soaps that I chose were all... There's 2 Heritage Hill, both are takes on Creed. And there was a Shannon soap as well, which I'll use in the near future. 11 people watching. We'll throw a couple in just for good measure, and then we'll back out of them. So if you scroll back through the chat, you'll see the sent notes from Davey posted them up. See, it's Creed Santal, that's what it's based on. The benzoin Siam, just the only ingredient. It's like, what's that smell like? I've just read Craig's comment. Get out. Go on. Get out, you're bad. So, Mr. Card, question there from Mark Davis. Mark, are you going to do videos again, or have you lost the love of YouTube? Mr. Will, you're bad. Get out. When I got off the phone, you'll be getting chucked off Telegram as well. For those of you that don't know, we have a Telegram group, we have a Facebook group, we have a Telegram group, which is far more raucous than Facebook. Let me move this light across. That's better. Here we have a Telegram group, which is far more raucous than Facebook, because there's no bots to monitor what you say. So in Facebook, you can think that someone's you can think that Scott Newman's but on Telegram you can actually say it. And nobody gives a shit. That's a circle everybody goes through, I think, Dave. I was like that in the last video with the 10-day beard. I just could not. I was also feeling like crap, and I couldn't really be bothered shaving on camera and blethering shit, even though your blethers will be quite short in compared to some. That's for Scott Newman, that one. He says he's loved. Yeah, YouTube can be a strange beast to use as an interface. Like the video I did a few weeks ago, the my pre-shave routine with the shaving brush, which Scott isn't man enough to do because he's a wuss. He has to use a ball brush because I can't stand a scrubbing brush on my face, it's too harsh. Wimp. I had a comment the other day from somebody saying, what's the point of that? The razor exfoliates the skin. Huh? What planet are you from? Evan J, how are you doing? It's a face like that, right, mate? I will get the ball out for a future shave in the very near future. Dave, stop. Right there. Stop. Dave, stop. We've got to live with him. You know what I mean? He's bad enough. So we've got a Gillette Rocket HD 500. I've got things going in my head that I can't possibly say on camera. With a Ladas blade in, and it's brand new. So yeah, that's the quirk of YouTube. You get comments from that are total curveballs. Something that says, what's the point of exfoliating when I did the pre-shave routine of doing that? The razor exfoliates the skin. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for dropping by, mate. And the copper cunt is quite good. Couldn't be bothered with translations there. So that's the sort of level of intelligence that you have to put up with on YouTube. Comments like that. I can understand if Scott had made it, but coming from somebody else is totally out the blue. First comment at the time I'd ever seen a comment from him. What's the point of doing that? The razor exfoliates the skin. No, the razor is a blade holder that cuts the hair. It does nothing for the exfoliation of the skin. When it came in, I was just like, what the yuck? I haven't used a vintage Gillette in a long time. These engineers knew what the hell they were doing, I tell you. That's Scott that's Scott there having a dig about me using a leaf, which I haven't used on the head for a couple of months. It's sitting in the corner full of the wife's bloody hair from various parts. She never doesn't believe in cleaning a razor after it's been used. As a first pass, that's pretty good. How's that KY balm working for you, Scott? Is it okay, mate? Not yet, mate. No, you can't go up on this one just yet. Yeah, I'm doing much the same, Dave. I'll keep on flicking between the Outlaw, which is gained a place in the bathroom, and the Above the Tie, the R1, which is a cracking head shaver for me. It's like amateur hour here. Well, you know, it's pissed off much CB shaves. You might get a few. Every sentence. Mr. No Frills, good evening sir, how are you? So for the 11 people who are here, in case there's any late joiners, we have Heritage Hill Midnight Ride, which is a take on Creed Santal, using a Gillette Rocket HD 500. We're drinking Glendronach Revival 15-year-old. We're vaping custard. I can go to work it now, Craig. So a serious question time to Mr. Newman. Since you've started using the pre-shave technique, even though you're not man enough for a scrubbing brush, we can let you off. Do you feel that the quality of your shaves and or skin have improved? Obviously your shaves are such high quality. I didn't, mate, no. I won a £20 gift voucher from the Razor Company in one of their live shaves. So I picked up three soaps and I just had to pay shipping, which worked out about, I think it was £7 for the 3 soaps. Yeah, it was about £7. It took about 10 days to arrive. So there was this one, another Heritage Hill, and Shannon soap that I picked. They're all 3-ounce tubs. I think it came to about $24. I paid the extra money, then paid for shipping across the UK. So no, I didn't use a mail forwarding service for that one. I did that with Sterling just to give it a try out, because I know Sterling don't ship to the UK. Well, not officially anyway. They will ship to the UK. If you email them, they'll send you a PayPal invoice. But as Craig found out, it takes 7 weeks. Yeah, the alcohol is a bit of a non-starter really, because they can't ship it because it's classed as dangerous air cargo. I suppose you could pay for ground shipping, then it would come across in a boat. You're probably waiting months for the bloody stuff. I shouldn't laugh, Stephen, but that's quite funny. Has the tracking just stopped, or has it said it's gone back to Canada? Stephen ordered a plate for his carve a while back, and he was getting quite excited about it arriving in the UK. Looks like that or the postman have finished it. If I was you, I'd speak to Kev, Paul H or CB Shaves. They've probably pinched it for their own collection. December. That's doing quite well, isn't it? It's going quite quick. If you're new to the channel, you haven't seen my face wash before, this is my, normally when I edit it and come back and rub it off and leave it. This is the bit in the middle that you don't see. Obviously it's a bit hard to do in the live, so I'll just leave it in. You take the soap from the brush. A lot of soaps have butters and stuff, and that's good for your skin. I've got one from Grooming Department. I think it's got 59 different ingredients in it. It's more of a cosmetic soap than a shaving soap, but the post shave with that is just, you don't need anything else, that's it. Another thing you can do when you're doing this, you have a feel around for pickups. Like a little starfish here. Not that kind of starfish, Scott. So you can just pick it up. Well, still haven't got it, but this is the start of my post-shave routine. Every shave, whether it's on camera or off camera. Normally on camera, this part where I Craig, you're not doing yourself any favours, mate. Yeah, well worked out. You won't be at work today. Well, day off, Scott. In a few months' time, I won't be at work anyway. I know when I'm finishing now. So that's the start of the post-shave routine. And from here, we'll just leave it on and let it soak into the skin. I don't get the gag, Scott. As you can tell, I don't watch Paul H that much or that often. Not these days anyway. Pick up one, baby. Fucking shite. "70 years young." No, 55. 56 tomorrow. Thanks for the card. Twat. And the present, you type. I say I've got the brush cleaned up. It's not quite dry. And then we just taking the soap off. Just using the hands as a squeegee. Matty Lindholm does this really well. new syrup. Might be another bottle of whiskey, mate. And we'll, speaking of which, happy birthday. Thank you, Mark. Carl, what was the score? Oh, tell you, Scott, I'm just not worthy. What's the score, Carl? I was watching rugby. I was watching a man's game. Watching France beat Italy. It was a closer game than I expected, I must admit. The Italians were quite good. Another tip is that I use almost every shave. When you just dragged a sharp piece of steel over your skin. 1-0 Spurs. Some strange results this weekend. Just basically blot your face dry. You've just dragged a sharp piece of steel over your skin. So instead of rubbing it and aggravating it, just blot it. That way you don't cause any aggravation or weepers to reopen up if they've healed up with cold water, which I haven't used. Soon fix that. Ah, that's cold. Yes, but Arsenal got beat yesterday, didn't they? As you can tell, I watch a lot of football. Not really. Yesterday I was watching a game with blokes with funny shaped balls. Post shave. Backstate of California aftershave balm. This came from Amazon. They had them on offer at like £2.50 a tub, so I bought a few, as opposed to 20 quid a tub that normally goes for. It's thick semen without lumps. Looks a bit like thin KY jelly. Scott will be along in a minute to tell us what that looks like. Microfiber towels. Well, like this one. They just absorb water quicker, mate. That's all they are. They're just obviously they're a bit smaller than a hand towel, and they just they're a bit smaller than a hand towel. Not quite as thick, but they're more absorbent. I'll ping you a link later on to some on Amazon. You can get 6 for 12 quid. That's 6 towels as opposed to Mark, thanks for stopping by, mate, and thanks for the whiskey, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll put a link in the description below, if I remember, to something similar to these on Amazon. It's 13 quid for 6. They're 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres, 850 grams per square metre in weight. And now we get on to the posh part, the Santal. We used Creed Santal, the soap based on that. I've been having a Dremel shave glue. Over Christmas I was lucky enough to win Floris Santal in their Christmas draw. So it's an EDT, this one. And that's what we're going to have a squirt of tonight. The Baxter balm has menthol in it. You probably put on way too much because it's still soaking it. It's glycerin based. It's still soaking into the skin. Well, if you're going to wait on this, Stephen, for a towel, then wait longer for a towel than you have done for your calf. Crack on. More free stuff than me. No, really, Newman, you've got neck. If you'd been on a hangman's noose and it was 5 feet long, it still wouldn't be big enough. So, Floris Santal, EDT. This came from Floris. Surprisingly enough, it was their Christmas giveaway. I was quite surprised when I got the message from them to say, "You've won, give us your address." Even though it's an EDT, it's got some good staying power. Unlike me, 3 seconds and I'm done. It's also got a good amount of alcohol in it. You can tell it. The fact it's got a flammable liquid, flammable sign on the back of it, tells you what it is. Where are we at? 42 minutes. That's far too fucking long. Right. Time to start wrapping up. So the soap for today was Midnight Ride from Heritage Hill. Can't read backwards. The brush that we lathered it up with. Have you heard of snow, mate? I've got 2 up to get the ride at midnight. Fucking ride at lunchtime's almost impossible, let alone midnight. The brush was a Simfix from Simpsons. But it's been re-knotted by me with a AP Shave Company Sinbad knot in it. Cracking knot, totally improved and changed the brush. Oh, they're essential, Dave. If you don't have one, you are just missing out, and you don't know what you're not getting to experience. Because obviously, normal hand towels just don't do the job well enough, even though we've used them for hundreds of years. God, another American shitism. Any Americans? No offence intended. Except unless your name happens to be, no, I'm not going to say that. The razor was Gillette Rocket HD 500, 1953, and the blade was one from Scott Newman, which I'm going to send back to him in little pieces, bit by bit. It was a Ladas Super Stainless. First time I've ever used the Ladas blade. Wasn't sure whether he was getting revenge for some hospital blades I sent him. That's the DAS. Some Eurostock hospital blades that were shite. They still are. If anybody wants some, let me know. I'll happily send you them out. You won't thank me for it. Jay, I say things as they are, mate. I don't big things up, and I don't sit on many fences. There's no point. Life's too short, and people blow shit out of all proportion when it comes to dragging a razor over a face. It's like keep it real, and say things as I see them. and I don't like to, I don't generally, I don't go with the flow, so to speak. It's actually quite nice not getting free stuff, so I can say what the hell I like. I don't feel, well, I'm not, I wouldn't be obligated anyway. Frank Shaving tried that, and I don't, never heard from them since. When I said the whole their stuff was crap, well, the 2 badges were crap. But they are really good keyboard cleaners. I'm sure Stephen can attest to that one, because he's got one of their badges as a keyboard cleaner, and I've got one as a keyboard cleaner. Hi Moses. Right folks, we are done. 1 or 2 litres open up there with the alcohol. I don't mean the Glendronach. Cheers. ISO. You couldn't beat it, except for like when your finger went through it and you got the warm surprise, or it just slid straight up your arse and you end up with crap in the middle of your back. Yeah. Post shave wise, we had Baxter's from California aftershave balm. We will get finished in a minute, and we finished off with Floris Santal. Right folks, 47 minutes, fuck, it's longer than a Kevy video. Any questions, comments or anything else? We're ending this one now. Thanks for watching, thanks for the banter. Floris isn't bad. It's pretty good, mate, especially when it's free, because it was free from Floris. We'll see you in the next shave. So, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Yeah, Scott, say goodbye to your friends. See you, Dave. See you, Stephen. Bye. Thanks, folks. Cheers. Ta-da.